Dul Hijjah 1436 by talking about one of my favorite surahs, and that's Al Asr. I've just done my Asr prayers, as we Muslims know, and for the sake of non-Muslims, I'm going to explain. It's a midday prayer. So Asr itself has two meanings. One is time, and the other is the midday, a declining day. So the Asr prayer is actually the midday, end of day kind of a prayer, where we're going to now shift into the evening and the afternoon. Um, and the surah is Al Asr, and it's it takes its name from its first verse, and its first verse is Wal Asr, and that means by time. It's actually it's like I swear by time. Um, and it says Innal insana lafi khusr, Innal insana lafi khusr. Verily, man is in a state of loss. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, except for those who have faith, وَآمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, who do righteous deeds, وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ, who encourage one another to truth, وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, who encourage one another to patience. Um, so this is in the first verse. It goes on to say, second verse, it goes on to say, man is at a loss. And it's true, time is passing by. Here we are, all grown up. Where have our lives gone? So man is at a loss. Not trade as such. Money comes, money goes, but generally things are happening really fast. Everything's in a decline. Man is at a loss. I'm going to say man, it's human being. Humans are at a loss. So that is the way it is. It states the situation. It tells us, God tells us, man is at a loss. You are at a loss. And then after telling you the problem or saying it the way it is, it tells you the solution. It tells you how to salvage yourself, what the way to salvation, which is for those people, except for those who have faith and who do righteous deeds and who encourage truth and who encourage patience. Now, I think the way it's been set up is fascinating and I love it. I love it because nothing is an accident. I mean, everything is by design. Choice of words, how it's put is by design. Um, so the first thing is how do you salvage well, who is not at a loss except for the person with faith. And faith, of course, is Iman, oneness of God, and Rasulullah, his prophet, and of course, the Judgment Day and the Holy Book. And then it goes on to say, and the one who do righteous deeds. So it is not one or the other. It is not you have faith, or if you do righteous deed, or if you invite you for truth, or if you encourage patience. All the terms and the conditions of salvaging yourself or salvation, it's and. That means Iman by itself, from how I read it, is not sufficient to save you. Iman and righteous deeds and encouraging others to truth and encouraging others to patience. So that's how I read it, and I just thought it's beautiful because a lot of my friends sometimes say it's just I have faith, but even Iblis, Shaitan, Satan had faith. He believed in God, but he did not have righteous deeds, and that's what got him out. So deeds are very important. I mean, we cannot undermine the importance of deeds. And again, I said these terms and conditions are and righteous deeds. And then the latter part also, I love the last two words, which is encourage the truth and patience. So it's not saying patience and truth. It's not saying that means endure falsity and then truth is later. It is saying encourage truth. That means say it how it is. Social responsibility, social awareness, encouraging one another to truth. That also can be read and understood as telling people how it is, what they're doing wrong. Don't be afraid to tell people, look, I don't think this is right. um, a society which is policing on one another. Individuals are policing one another. We don't need, I mean, we love the imams, but we don't necessarily have to listen to the imam to know what is wrong. We read the book and be conscientious. The truth. Tell one another, look, don't do this. It's not right. That could be social issues, as in it could be work scenario, how people are behaving at work. It could be how people are behaving at home, relatives. Have the courage to say that, yeah, I don't think it's okay. And then patience, of course. You should be patient. And also, it's it's it makes it the key. This is the key to salvation. This is social awareness, social responsibility is what you have to do and be to for salvation. Otherwise, man, it is a loss. I mean, we all are getting older. Not many wiser, but some of us are getting wiser. Some of us are not. Our memories are not working that much anymore. So generally, I just love this simple surah because it's very poignant and it talks about that problem and it gives you a solution. And I think it also applies to young as well as old because a lot of times we forget, older people forget that social interaction and to encourage one another and to righteous deeds and be patient is a part of our salvation, young and old. Um, so these are my thoughts on Al Asr, and may Allah accept my efforts. And I'm just sharing my thoughts and maybe have the rest of the Dul Hijjah good days as well. Maybe we'll all be able to understand and share what we understand from Quran. Masalam. Thank you.